Hey guys, in this video we're going to be working on these little kitchen scrubbies. These things are cute. I love making these and giving them as gifts with like a little bottle of dish soap, or they're great in the kitchen, and I love using them when we're camping because if they get destroyed or anything, you just toss it and make more. Yeah, I love these little things. So this I made with these. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and it was weird because some of them said $2.99 and then others said $3.99, which I don't know, it had the same yardage and I'm not sure why, but anywho. So there's that. And this one I made with a 9mm hook, and it's a little over 4 inches. About 3/4 of an inch thick. But you can make this with any size. Actually today I'm gonna make one with an 8mm. Focus. There, with an 8mm. So anyway, pop your tool open, pull you out some to work with. Okay. Focus. Okay, so we're going to start with a slip knot. Make sure you got enough tail to weave in. We're going to start by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Slip stitch to the first chain to close the ring. Do that one. And there we go. Okay. So now we're going to work 10 half double crochet back into the ring and working over our tail here. So that way when we're done with this round we can pull it tight and it'll close up that ring. It's not the easiest thing to run the tool through your fingers, so I'm holding it a little different than I normally do. Alright, so we're going to chain 1, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. We're going to do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 'Pull it over a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there's 10. Now we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet, and I want to show you guys. Get the hook out. Okay, so here's our slip stitch, there's our chain 1, and here's our first double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch into this. We're going to have to shove it in there because it's not going to be the easiest. There. Okay. So now we should have 10 half double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and our slip stitch. Got it. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go right back into here, and we're going to work 2 half double crochet. And we're going to have to finagle them in there. Yarn over, go in. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, now we're going to do 2 in every one all the way around. So there's 2. Oh, I lost it. Dang it. There's 2. 1, 2. 2. Okay, so you guys go ahead and work 2 all the way around, and I'll meet you back up on the last one. Okay, I made it back around, and I'm on the last half double crochet right there. So this is our slip stitch, this one right here. Let me get my pencil and show you better. So here's the last double crochet, and then here's our slip stitch, and hidden down in here is our little chain 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work 2 into the last one. 1, 2. So you can actually push that slip stitch down a little bit, and then you can see your chain 1 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch back into that first half double crochet. Pull it through, pull it through. There you go. There's the end of round 2. So I'm going to go ahead, I forgot to tell you guys, you can go ahead and pull your tail tight and close up that ring a little. Once we get to where we're going to weave this in, it'll close that up more. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 2 half double crochet into the first one. So get me some slack. Okay, yarn over. Back into that same stitch, half double crochet, and 1 more. So there's 2. Now we're going to work 1 into the next 3. 1, 2, 3. So just 1 in each of those. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now into the fourth one, we're going to increase. So we're going to put 2. Yarn over. 1, 2. Okay, so now we put 1 to the next 3. And over 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to increase into this one. So we put 2 into 1. 1, 2. So now we put 1 into the next 3. Get me some more slack. So yarn over 1, 2, 3. So now this one gets 2. 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and just do the rest of this round. Okay, so we increased, so now we do 1, 2, 3 in each. 1 into the next, and 1 into this one. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3. So we did our 3 single, now we increase. So we put 2 half double crochet in 1. 1. 2. And then the last we have 3. 1, 2, 3. So we just put 3 half doubles. And then that takes us back to the beginning. So yarn over 1, 'That didn't feel right. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, so again, here's our slip stitch. Pull that down a little. There's our chain 1 and our first half double. I always like to look at it like if you know, you're looking at it and you don't know, you think that's another stitch. Look at it and notice like how the chain 1 kind of looks like a heart, and then the slip stitch looks like a belt around the bottom of the heart. That's how I always, you know, if I ever get confused or not know where I'm at, I always look and I think, okay, there's the belt, there's the heart, there's my first. So we're going to slip stitch into our first. Sometimes I use the hook to like grab what I'm trying to get into and just slide it in there. Pull it through, and there we go. So now we have 25 half double crochet all the way around. 1, 2, 3. So now we're starting round 4. So we're going to chain 1. And now all we're going to do is work a half double crochet in each one all the way around. Don't forget to go into your first one right there. Yarn over, go in. There's 1, 2, 3, Alright, you guys go ahead and work one in each half double crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back around here. Okay, so I made it back around, and you'll notice excuse me, you'll notice how it's kind of like flipping up. That is our turn right here. So, you know, we're working from this way, and then it turns, and we work in. So all you have to do is just flip that way. So then it kind of looks like a little bowl. Anyway, so into the last stitch, work my half double. Okay, so there's my belt loop, my heart, my first stitch. Slip stitch into there to close, well, there, to close that round. So now I'm going to pull up a big loop, and I'm going to go ahead and weave in this end, because the from, you know, this round and the next, we're going to start closing it to decrease it, and eventually it's going to get to where you can't get your hands in there and weave this in. So we're going to go ahead and weave this in, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went and found my needles, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and show them how to weave this in. So I got the a needle I have that's got the widest eye on there, and I'm just going to hold this, pinch it over the top of my needle, focus, there, pull it out, and just weave that right through there. Okay. Pull it tight. I'm just going to start running it through the legs of these stitches. Pull it tight. I don't think you can snap tool, but I guess if you pull tight enough, that'd be pretty crazy. Go ahead and keep weaving. And at some point, if you get it like through the mesh of the tool, I think it'll be alright. Weaving it in there. Ugh. Well, there, I got it. Pull it tight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it real tight, hold it, and snip. And it pulls, you know, the pressure releases and it kind of pulls it under those stitches. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go that way, right? Yeah. I guess you can do it whichever way you wanted to. Go this way. Okay, now go ahead and move on to round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to chain 1. Now this is when we're going to start decreasing it to close, you know, to close this in. So we chain 1, and we're going to half double decrease over these 2 stitches. So that's yarn over, go into the stitch, just like you're going to work a normal half double. We got 3 loops, if you can see that. 3 loops on our hook, and we're going to yarn over again, go into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull it through all 5 of those. So we made these 2 stitches, 1 stitch. Okay, now we're going to half double crochet into the next 3. Yarn over, 1, 2, 3. Give me some slack. Alright, now we're going to decrease half double crochet decrease over these 2 stitches. So yarn over, go in, grab a loop, pull it up, there's 3, yarn over, go into the next stitch, grab a loop, pull it up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yarn over, pull through all 5. Alright, now we're going to half double crochet into the next 3. 1, oop, get on there, 2, 3, right? Decrease, 1, 2, 3. Now we decrease again over these 2 stitches. Yarn over, pull up a loop, there's 3, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, there's 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through all 5. So we're just going to keep doing that all the way around. Decrease, 1, 2, 3, half double in the next 3, decrease over those 2, half double in the next 3, decrease, half double in the next 3, and then we're back at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and work that around, and I'll meet you guys back at the end. Okay, I made it back around. I'm going to half double into my last stitch right there. There we go. Okay, so we'll look again. There's my belt loop, my heart, my first decrease. We're going to slip stitch right into that first decrease. Oh, no, that ain't right. There. Slip stitch it closed. There you go. So now on that round, we should have 20. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, for round 6, we're going to half double crochet all the way around. So it's going to get a little bit closer to being closed. And you can see the size difference between the focus there. You can see the size difference between the 8mm and the 9mm. As you can see, I didn't I didn't weave in my ends in the middle on that one. Anyway, okay. So for round 6, some slack. I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to decrease all around. And it is going to get a little bit tougher to try to get your hook in there and your fingers and excuse me. So chain 1, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, there's 3, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, go through all 5. We're going to do the same thing over these 2. So yarn over, go in, oh, no, nope. I about did a half double. We're decreasing. So there's 3, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, there's 5 loops, yarn over, pull through all 5. Do that one more time with you. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, there's 3, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through all 5. And there's our decrease. So go ahead and work that all the way around, and I'll meet you guys back at this end. Okay, I made it back around. There's my last 2 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and work my decrease. All 5 of those. There. Okay, so now we're back to the slip stitch, chain 1, first stitch, belt, heart, first stitch. I'm going to slip stitch right into there. Jam it in there. Pull it closed. Okay, so now we have 10 stitches. Excuse me. Okay, for round 7, we're going to decrease all the way around again. So we're just going to repeat 6. But this one's going to be a little tricky because, you know, it's laying flat like that. Yeah, I don't think you could just, you know, leave it off on this round and move on. Alright, so I'm gonna pinch it a little. So we're gonna chain 1. Go ahead and work half double decreases all around. Don't forget to work back into that first stitch right there. Yarn over, go in. I'm going to go ahead and do all this with you guys. There's 3. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Loops. And you know what, I was just thinking, if you guys can hear that background noise, that's my window unit air conditioner, and it is like 90 some degrees outside. I was gonna shut it off, and I thought no, because as long as it's gonna be off, it's gonna get hot up here. So I'm sorry for that. I won't have it in the other ones, but alright, so where are we? Decreased. There's 1, 2, 3 decreases, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Got lost for a minute there. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, ugh. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, 5 loops. Okay, and the last one. Get in there. Pull through all 5. Got it. Alright. So there's our slip stitch, our chain 1, and our first stitch. So we're going to slip stitch right into that first decrease. It's a little hard to get in there. 1, 2. Alright. So now I'm gonna chain 1, pull up a big loop to weave in my tail. Cut it. Ta-da! I didn't think there'd be that much of a size difference between the 9 and the 8 millimeter hook. Alright, weave in these ends of this end. Let's see. Take it through here. Just gonna run it through the inside. pull that down there. Okay, now I'm going to start running through the legs of these stitches. And another thing I like about these is they don't have to be perfect. I mean, you're using them to scrub dishes, you know what I mean? Didn't have to get in there. Now, I will say that I have made these little kitchen scrubbies with Hobby Lobby's, is it Scrubology? I don't have one in front of me right now. I think it's Scrubology. And honestly, they fall apart. I mean, I'm doing dishes. I'm not being easy with them, with the Scrubby. And it did. It fell apart after a couple minutes of scrubbing something. But these, I actually have one in my kitchen that I've been using for, I'd say the last month, maybe. And it hasn't fallen apart. Nothing. Try a different one. And I was actually kind of shocked at how good they worked. But that's Scrubology. I would almost say you could probably use this same pattern. Maybe use the 7. No, yeah, the 7 or the 8, and follow the same pattern with that Scrubology, and make a face scrubby. I mean, I wouldn't use the tool as a face scrubby. Take a layer of flesh off. But yeah, I mean, you can be real gentle with that Scrubology yarn and make a little face scrubbies for gifts or something. Alright, I think this is going to be the last time I leave this in here. I'm going to shove it right through the middle of there. Come on. There we go. Flatten it back out. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other end. I'm going to pull it tight. Try to. Pull it tight, hold it, snip it, and it pops right back in there. There we go. Ta-da! I love it. Alright. Thanks guys for watching. If you could, please hit the subscribe button, and when you click the bell for the notifications, it's going to pop up a selection box that's going to tell you, ask you which you want, and it'll be like all or personal and something else. So make sure you hit that all when you hit the bell, and click or poke that like button for me, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.